Italy is a country which has left an indelible mark on global civilization, but right now it's struggling to keep afloat in the global economy. If that's to change and Italy is to thrive, my guest today will have an important role to play. Paolo Scaroni is boss of Italy's biggest business, the energy giant Eni. One of the key problems you face today is that you took a strategic decision over many years, decades in fact, to put a huge amount of your focus and your resources into Africa, and particularly North Africa and Libya. And right now, that strategic decision is seriously backfiring.
You're really talking of something which is happening today, in the last week or so.
And as boss of the company, you have to accept that you face a crisis. Right now, the key gas pipeline between Libya and Italy is not operating. Your company is at the heart of this crisis, and right now it's hard to see how you're going to get out of it.
Well, let me just give you my view about that. We are the biggest producer in Africa of oil and gas, and in particular in Northern Africa. We have not lost one barrel of production in Egypt so far, in which we are the #1 oil company. We have not lost one barrel in Algeria. The problem is around Libya. Libya is getting out from 42 years of dictatorship, a dictatorship which on purpose destroyed all the Libyan institutions. So it's not very easy to rebuild the state.
Well, a dictatorship which you consistently did deals with. Indeed, before Gaddafi went in 2008, you decided to make a new 25-year strategic commitment to Libya. And again, I put it to you that now, with the benefit of hindsight maybe, that looks like a mistake.
Well, not really, because of that agreement we didn't spend any money yet, because the revolution came so quickly that we didn't make any investment since 2008. This agreement in 2008 was crucial to renew our concessions in Libya. And I point out that our position in Libya has been even before Gaddafi. We have been there since the time of the monarchy there. So that's the situation. Yes, we are worried about Libya today.
Do you agree with your own foreign minister, who said the other day, quote, Libya is absolutely out of control?
I would probably take away the word absolutely. It's certainly very much out of control. It's a country which doesn't have an army, in which the police is very weak, in which everybody has a weapon. And I have to tell you that I'm quite surprised that there are not many casualties in Libya, because with this situation, it's quite surprising. The reality is that Libyans are relatively pacific people.
But what are you going to do? There are various Berber militant groups who've taken over key oil installations. They've effectively forced you to shut down the pipeline to Italy. Italy is almost 25% reliant on Libyan oil, also uses a huge amount of Libyan gas. This is a crisis for your national economy, it's a crisis for your company, and I'm not really hearing that you've got any short-term solution.
No, but nothing of that. It's not a crisis for the Italian economy. We will replace the oil from Libya very easily. The gas, yes, it's true. Gas is more complex because 12% of the Italian gas comes from Libya, but there is so much gas around that I don't see any foreseeable future, at least until we are talking about Libyan gas alone. We already have been living through a winter completely without Libyan gas, and this has passed without major problems. So there is not a problem for Italy. There is a problem for Eni, of course, because we are missing a production there, and therefore some income. But, you know, it's a relatively small part of our production, and we will find ways to replace this production somewhere else.
I'm surprised you sound so blasé about it. I mean, it's actually quite a significant part of your production. And are you just saying to me you are now beginning to think you will have to factor out Libya from your future business plans, that Libya may not be a part of your future?
No, we are not reaching that conclusion at all. We have been producing in Libya in 2013 roughly 60% of what we should have been producing, starting from the 1st of January up to now. So yes, Libya represents roughly 12% of our production, and we missed a portion of that. Today the situation is getting worse, I recognize that, but I have reasons to be optimistic on the future. You know, Libya remains a very rich country with a very small population, and I cannot believe the Libyans will not find a way to live peacefully in a very rich country, which can be another Kuwait or another Qatar.
Yes, so it's a question of how long you can wait before there is stability to allow you to resume your economic operations there. And it raises for me a wider issue about your company's strategy.